Don't be modest, Boran. The software in Saudi and Qatar is his software from his company, but so it's one thing to cherish. Good Croatian companies. I'm coming from the telecom industry. I want to also maybe follow on how good Croatia is in infrastructure. Actually, it was not so good 5-6 years ago. So 5 years ago or 6, we were the last in fixed broadband connectivity on this index in Europe. What changed in the meantime, and good that you brought that up, it's actually United Group came to Croatia and bought a couple of stable, slowing down companies, integrating and made a big investment. We invested a lot, we built fixed and mobile networks, but because we were doing that, the competition actually reacted. It was kind of duopoly before that. We were last on EU DES index. We had high prices, low speeds, and competition we brought in, actually with building our networks, also forced the competition to build their networks. And as a result, today, as you mentioned, we are in the middle of EU already in fixed broadband and in upper third on quality of mobile networks. And, you know, why is that important? Today's world, digital is everything. It's kind of bringing connectivity to somebody is like 50 years ago, bringing, or 100 years ago, electricity and water. You cannot be sustainable, do business or live if you are not connected to the world. And you know, telecommunication and ICT in general, if you look also the big tech companies from States, are kind of industry which is horizontal industry among all the verticals. So you cannot really move forward as an individual, as a company, as a society if you are not embracing a digital world. And you know, we are very happy that actually our company is also helping that in Croatia in a way that we try to bring this high-end technology on affordable prices to everybody. So it's kind of getting digital, you know, equilibrium for everybody and inclusivity. And that was kind of missing before. However, of course, even though now we have a kind of good coverage and good speeds, Croatia is not covered. So there is still third of Croatia that needs to be covered. There is some rural areas in mobile also, and more rural you go, more expensive and less commercial it becomes. And there are some good, let's say, patterns that you know, government sees how important this is for society and for demographics of these rural areas and everything else. And there are some nice EU and government-funded projects to bring actually first connectivity, and by that also bring these parts in digital area. There's still probably 4 or 5 years to go to close Croatia on that level. And here we have also a lot of, I would say, bureaucratic obstacles, getting permits, digging, you know, which vendors are allowed, which not, why. The ecosystem was kind of historically made for urban areas, for rural. There is still a long way to go, but you know, there are partners and there is a will and know-how, and I believe Croatia is now with this moving speed in digitalization. It's in a good way to really solve that as an infrastructure you know, in the next, let's say, business time period, and be enabler for all the nice companies and people and government to move on. And you know, connection of digital and human also happens first time now directly with AI. And the world was changing fast until now, and it probably will change much faster in the future. And there will be a lot of unknowns, not just geopolitical, but here. And I think, you know, Croatia is a small country, and Europe is a small country with all what's happening. And Europe doesn't have cheap energy, doesn't have chipsets, doesn't have large language models, so kind of lost already their battle with AI. So how to continue and actually be able to move, increase productivity with AI and move on with the new technology, that's I think one of the biggest questions for Croatia and for Europe in the future.